Good morning, everybody. I'm going to draw some red rooster, just pick it back up where I left off last evening. Oh my gosh, I got my coffee here. I've had a bizarre evening. Elizabeth and I have a bizarre evening. She's in there asleep. We were up till 3 in the freaking morning dealing with nonsense. People are upset. It never ends. So yeah, and she's still asleep, and I hope she gets really great rest because she's not getting good sleep. I woke up to a slew of bizarre and mean comments all across the internet because somebody has read our Arkansas Times article in which the writer, who was it was a nice fellow, but he's very far left, decided to editorialize, much to my displeasure, which I expressed to him in private conversation before the article came out. But he decided to write what he was going to write anyway. I told him it would cause us to be harassed. I thought it would be harassment from the left, not to get political, but that's kind of where I thought the harassment would come from his article. But it turns out it's exactly the opposite. So we are getting mean comments from people on the right who have taken things that this writer has editorialized and I guess misinterpreting it or assuming that I approve of things that he says. I can't control journalists, people. I can't control them. We're gonna do interviews. I'm gonna do interviews for Legion's Arts. And to do that, I have to talk to people. I got to talk to journalists. Journalists are political animals, even in business magazines, even in local magazines. I don't like it. We're not a political company. I'm not a political person, at least professionally. It's going to happen. They're going to write what they're going to write. I have to talk to these people. I have to get the word out about our books. Our books are excellent, and we're going to make sure everybody gets a chance to read them. So, but it has caused us a great deal of consternation. But don't listen to rumors, people. Come on. I know all of you are good sports and supportive, so we appreciate that. So, yeah, I can't. Anyway, it's causing us all kinds of problems. I told the guy his article would cause us problems. And I'm just a little surprised as to where the problems are coming from. I kind of expected them from the other direction. But people will say whatever they want to say, and that's just the way it goes. So that said, I came here to draw and finish a Red Rooster project, which I'm thrilled to do. So this is not going to be the first time we do an interview, and it's not going to be the first time we get misrepresented. So anyway, that said, I've got my coffee. Coffee. It's very good. And I have a full day of work. And unfortunately, Elizabeth, I have to draw, and my long-suffering and sweet and gentle wife has to answer most of the vitriol that was directed our way. So if you're seriously, I woke up this morning, the first thing I did was pray for my sweet and long-suffering wife who has to endure this and who has to answer to some often mean comments all throughout the day, costing her a day of work. So these things are very costly in terms of time and energy and emotional energy. So first thing I did was pray for her. I hope she can find some peace very, very soon, because it certainly breaks my heart. But somebody's commenting here. Somebody says backers haven't gotten their books. That is true. And as I write constantly, I greatly empathize with them. We are doing our very best work and delivering a great book. It says, then it seemed like you were throwing your backers under the bus. I don't know how it seems like that. We've been as transparent as possible, and we keep people updated. I write updates and it's all clear, and then people still go with rumors. We love our backers and we appreciate our backers, and we're not throwing our backers under the bus. We're trying very hard to deliver a beautiful, beautiful book with a little extra surprises, and doing it with a smile and a cheerful heart. That's what we're trying to do, and we're not throwing anyone under any buses. We've been very kind, and we appreciate everyone's support and patience, and that's been our line the whole time. So I'm not sure where that comes from, but we are certainly just trying to be kind and empathetic, and at the same time do top level work while juggling quite a number of things. So again, we empathize and we appreciate our backers. Somebody says, the reporter framed the article that way. Many not keeping up regularly now just see that biased article. I can't control what somebody writes. I disputed very firmly, but kindly. And he wrote what he was going to write anyway. So I have no control. But I told the guy it would cause us trouble. I just didn't think it would come from this direction. Yes, it's been, when would we like, it has been a month and a half. It's been over a month, I think. Or was it mid-August that I wrote an update? I can't recall. But yes, I do owe an update. The last update I wrote, it was simply asking for, we need time to focus on the art and not run customer service. But I don't think that message got across because we just got inundated with more customer service requests than ever before. And that's very costly on our time, and we have to finish. We're almost done. We just need to focus on our work. And oftentimes I'd write an update, I'd still get the same questions over and over. And I know we've written more updates. We've written fewer updates than some, and more updates than other campaigns that have gone on pretty long as well. And we've been trying to do them once a month. I think we might be a little bit behind. I'll have to go check on that. I have to preface all that by saying our month of August was, I cannot talk much about it, but it was insane. It was very insane. We dealt with some very, very, very difficult things that are both professional and private. It was unexpected, but life happens and things happen and you have to deal with them. So, but it was a supreme distraction for a little over a month. So anyway, that's that. I do owe an update, and my priority is pages. My priority is pages. The updates take me a good deal of time to craft because I want to be very, writing to a great number of people. So I'm going to focus on finishing the book, and we're almost there. Last leg of the journey. Mark has a nice thing to say. Thank you, Mark Murphy. Do what you do, Mitch. You are starting this from the ground up and doing a good job. It's going to take time to build up your comics in the business. That is true. It's taking a lot longer than I expected. These things are very difficult, and much more difficult than I expected. Ignore the haters. Yeah, we all try to do that because they will always be out there. Of course, yeah. Your fans will be with you, guard. Thank you, Mark. Really appreciate that. Again, this is the time in the broadcast. If you have comments or questions to ask me, go ahead, because as soon as after a few minutes, I'm going to get into drawing and doing the work I have to do. Oh, that's very nice. Fandom Strangers, tag me in, Coach. I'll run your updates for free. That's truly appreciated. Thank you. it's our responsibility to do them. Maybe what I'll do is just send a quick one with a page of art, but or maybe our new we have boxes and boxes of posters for fulfillment, and fulfillment items are on order. We're doing all kinds of interesting and cool things. There's going to be some neat surprises. I don't want to spoil the surprises anyway, but I appreciate that. That's nice. Somebody said, perhaps in the future, take a look at reporters' Twitter feed beforehand. Avoid the headaches. Let this be a learning experience. I have to talk to people. Our books are for everyone. Our books are not political. We are not a political company. I'm not a political person, as a professional. I will talk to everyone. There's no reason for me not to talk to people. So our books aren't for left or right. They're for everyone. Our books are have a wide target audience. They're books for families and friends and fans and lovers of comics and lovers of great stories. So I will talk to pretty much anybody, so long as they're not mean. That's sort of the line in the sand. I really don't care what their politics are. If I only talked to non-political journalists, I probably would never get an interview. So Apex Comics asked, hey Mitch, are you going to do something special for the original crowdfunders of Red Rooster? Yes, we just mentioned that. There's going to be there will be surprises. So thank you for your question. John Jackson says, great product, a little late to the game, but I got to Allegiance as soon as I could. Thank you, John. We appreciate that you're picking up our comic books and enjoying them. They are certainly labors of love. Here's a piece of good advice. The Fandom Stranger says, if one thing I have learned is record your own interviews, so if things get twisted, you can set the record straight. That's actually extremely good advice, and I will take it. Actually, that's very smart, and yeah, that is very wise, and I greatly appreciate that advice. Sci-Fi for Me, who I did an interview with a while back, says, for the record, we are not non-political, which is awesome. Sci-fi shouldn't be a political thing. So it's unfortunate how much this stuff has invaded our escapism and our hobbies, and it's just something we're all, I guess, as social media has accelerated and brought everything closer together, including all of this stuff, and it makes it a gooey, sticky mess. But we're doing our best to have a fence around our homestead, so that those things are kept outside of the fence. But I appreciate it. So if you want to go check out the interview I did with Sci-Fi for Me, I'm very proud of it. We certainly addressed some interesting topics, and he threw me some hard questions, and which I'm always happy to answer. All right. So Gigadeath, the graphic novel, asks, any thoughts of expanding beyond Walmart, LCSs, etc.? Yes. So Walmart, we are not an exclusive partner with Walmart. They agreed to be our launch partner. They believed in our initiative. We pitched them directly. We pitched the books buyer about our comic books, and we greatly appreciate that. We were able to do that and engaged him and got him interested. And we greatly appreciate Walmart's support. And we definitely want to give them time with our comic books to show our appreciation, but we are not exclusive with Walmart. Our distributor Walmart is their largest client. Our primary relationship is with our distributor. So Walmart is their largest client. However, they have thousands and thousands of other clients, which is great for us and our creators and our books in the future. Hopefully, it's just a future of comics and for fans. Meaning that we can expand beyond that. We'll figure. Just one step at a time. We'll figure that out down the line. But certainly in 2021, we want and expect Allegiance Arts books to start moving further afield beyond Walmart, while also remaining on the Walmart shelf at the same time. So that's in general our plan. Yes, Spirit Scar gets it. The reporter was nice before the story, then did what he wanted regardless of the damage it may cost. Yes, and we had a private conversation about it, and there we go. Okay, this is a great question. I think I know who you are. Cynically depressed, Mitch. Please read. I didn't ask for a refund, but I was refunded today. Your customer service department is making mistakes. That is Elizabeth. We have 3 employees. There's myself, Elizabeth, and our chief operating officer. We have no customer. We are the. So you're looking at the customer service, marketing, creative director, artist, creator. The colorist is asleep is still asleep after an exhausting night. She handles refunds. We're wearing so many hats and we are so exhausted. She's very tired, and she had this episode has triggered a number of refund requests, and she said that she sent someone a refund accidentally. And I believe that's you. I think she reached out to you and sent you a message in order to correct the issue because she found it. If that was not you and you didn't receive a message from Elizabeth, then please send us a message on Indiegogo through their messaging system, and she will get that fixed. So she's spent the last several days working on all this, and when she should be coloring and working on books. So customer service takes an immense amount of time. I kind of handle the Facebook and the Instagram. She handles the Indiegogo. God bless her. But it is us. This is not a big company. This is a small family company that is wearing shoes about 10 sizes too big for itself. And we're growing into them. So we talked to someone the other day who we had someone come over who was going to be interning. We had an intern. We have an intern that's coming in. We're trying to train them to do some of these things so that we don't have to. When they came over, they were shocked. They're like, "You mean this isn't like a big office in a company, and it's just the 2 of you running this thing out of your house?" They had no idea. So the perception, which is which is kind of what we're trying to do, is that we're a great big institution, cranking out comic books with a full staff and all this kind of stuff. But no, I'm the CEO, Elizabeth's the president, and Patrick is our chief operating officer, and that is it. And we're handling everything on the corporate side, on the marketing side, on the customer service side, while also all of us are creators on books. So also Elizabeth and I brought in an investor last month, and that was complicated and amazing and great for our company. But these things we're spinning plates like you wouldn't believe, my friends. And we greatly appreciate the support and patience. So as we grow, the books are selling. We're at cash flow now, so it takes we'll be at the end of September, finally starting to generate revenue. These things take a long time. So we often get comments that people say, "Oh, y'all are just making millions now at Walmart." No, we've never got a check. This has been a massive risk, and we needed investment capital to achieve it, because this is very long and difficult process to build all these stories, to get them out, to publish them, to pay for the printers in advance, and pay for the displays, and get all it coordinated, get all the logistics done, only to finally start drawing checks and revenue at the end of September or in early October. So this is so that if you hear that, that's definitely not accurate. It's a misrepresentation, and there's an incredible lot of effort and risk that goes up into the front of it in order to reap the rewards that come later on in this. So, but we're very much looking forward to cashing our first checks and inching our way back towards the black. Let's see here. Anyway, I think I addressed that one. Let's see here. Apex Comics says, that's okay, Elizabeth. I would have made that mistake too. Yeah, it's happened a few times, and it's just it gets complicated dealing with all that much information. Liz sent a message to which platform? Probably either, she's asleep, so I don't know. Either Indiegogo or your personal message. If probably it would have come to your email that you had on file for Indiegogo. So if you haven't received a message through the email that you have as a backer, then she has missed it and hasn't caught this mistake. Since your screen name here probably isn't your real name, I'm assuming, please contact her, message her through Indiegogo and the messaging system, and she will get that reversed immediately. So, and we apologize for that mistake. She's taken on quite a bit, and we appreciate your patience. This is in regards to the stickers. So I think someone asked about the stickers. So yeah, the sticker thing, that's applied at our distributor's facility. And if you go into a Walmart, every single book has a sticker on it, and that all those books go through one of 5 distribution facilities, and they're automatic. Everything gets a sticker. We've talked several times with our distributor about it. It's just very difficult to get a ship that big to turn around. But for the episode 3 books, we're taking more extreme measures to stop or to try to stop the stickering. And here's what I'll just tell you exactly what we're doing. So we have a printer in Canada, and we are instructing our printer to put a fluorescent yellow flyer in every box of books that's shipped to this distribution facility, that's with red letters that says, comics are collectibles. Please do not sticker, or not even please, do not sticker. There's no please, it's just don't sticker these books. So we're gonna put that as a flyer inside the books. So when the workers at the distribution facility open it up, they are explicitly reminded not to put stickers on comic books. So we are praying that fixes the stickering issue. And it certainly, no one's really happy about it, and our distributor isn't really happy about it either. And it's just one of those things, and one of those learning curves that everyone has to go through. They've never done comic books. Well, they haven't done comic books in like 30 years. So no one there is familiar with comic books. So it's a learning curve for everyone involved. So we appreciate all your patience. All right. Excellent. Regarding an intern, yeah, we hope it's already taking some of the pressure off. She's picking up some of the Facebook comments, and we're hoping that that will free us up. But yeah, I think she's doing a good job. All right. Brian Blevins, thank you very much for writing. He says, I am local. Is there anything I can do to help? Well, yeah, Brian, if you want to help, we would love to have your help, because we're going to need some help when we get to fulfillment, which I hope to be done by this book at the end of the month. It may bleed a little bit into October, because things just keep hitting us. But we want to enter fulfillment immediately thereafter. And seriously, we'll need some hands, because we want to get the bulk of the orders out as quickly as possible for fulfillment. So if you have, yeah, reach out. So info at allegiancearts.com, and we would love to have some volunteer assistance, especially when it comes to fulfillment. I was planning on putting out a call for that kind of stuff anyway, just so we can try to get a bulk of it out of the way really, really quickly, and get this thing done. So that would be awesome. Would love that. Be a great way. Kind of, we want to foster a cool environment, and we got to find a facility to also do this work, maybe over a weekend or something. And we'll get some cool people together and have fun. We'll make it a fun thing. Maybe get some pizza or play some music, and just have a fun party, a packing party, I guess they call it. So please write us at info@allegiancearts.com. Yes, it's the email your Indiegogo is attached to. Yes. So we noticed early on the stores in Northwest Ohio did not have stickers on any of them. Yes, there's one distribution facility where there must have been a comic book fan working. There's one, at least one, and it's in, I think there are books. We kept seeing pictures out of Indiana and Ohio that where books didn't have any stickers on them. And it's like, okay, well, somebody knows comic books and said, and was very thoughtful, and didn't put sticker on their book. So there's 5 distribution facilities, and you just happen to be in the range of the one that did not put stickers on their books. Brian, you may be the answer to our prayers. So please contact us, Brian. I mean, I know who you are. I don't know that I probably have your email, but a 15K square foot facility is just what the doctor ordered for us. And we will be in, I will look for your email, which I think I have, but if not, please contact us. I think you may have my personal email. I would love to set something up with you, and we need a place like that to be able to do this, and have the space we can spread out and really get organized, so that we're not doing this out of our garage or our home or anything like that. So you may be the answer to our prayers. Thank you for that. All right. Mark is an incredible artist. So thank you, Mark, for the nice thing to say. You and Elizabeth should be hugely congratulated in producing such great looking content and for finding new ways in the marketplace. I'm amazed at how much you have managed to achieve. Thank you, Mark. Mark is a very talented artist. I'm not sure what he's working on right now, but I know he's done some cool James Bond and Star Wars related comic book art, and he's got a great Instagram channel. If you want to go check out Mark's artwork, I highly recommend it. Mark's very talented. Fandom says, aren't you 2 parents as well? We are not. but we really, really want to be. We really, really, really want to be parents. So I couldn't imagine doing what we've done with kids. It would have, I think we would have lost our minds. Anyway, we are definitely trying to have kids and have been trying for some time. And as soon as I'm done with this rooster book, we'll probably be going out and seeking medical advice. It seems to be having, I mean, this is just all personal stuff, but anyway, I've got 53 of my friends in here. So we've been having some difficulty procreating. So once this is out of our way and this stress is gone out of this part of it, then we're going to immediately start escalating the measures necessary to have the kids that we very greatly want to have. All right. Apex, thank you for the nice comment. Mitch, God bless you. All of you are working extremely hard to succeed at your business. My hat's off to you. God bless you too. Thank you very much. I probably missed some of your comments, but I greatly appreciate all the encouragement. A Red Rooster at Target, sign me up. Maybe we will see. I would love that. Oh, here's a good question. Are you accepting art or writing submissions for your books? The answer is yes. So if you go to allegiancearts.com, because we want to make more content. We definitely are. We're in this to win it. We are in this to make a lot of great books. So scroll to the bottom of any of our pages on our website, and you'll see a thing that says submissions. And so click that, and then it'll take you to a submissions page where you can just follow the directions, and that will send your, basically we're asking for people to submit like a link to a portfolio or social media page that represents you, or an author page or something like that. Well, we're not accepting unsolicited submissions for stories. You can link, if you're an author, then you can link us to maybe a bibliography or a author page or website, personal website. That way, everything goes to one place, and then it's easy for us to keep up with all the, we can sift through all the submissions. So that's a great question. Thank you. All right. Dark Admiral wishing us the best. Backer, disappointed, and I understand, but not carrying a pitchfork, just anxiously awaiting. Take care of yourselves. Thank you. We greatly appreciate your patience as we do all this. All right, got some new comments. Let's see here. Okay, now this is really cuts to the heart of the issue probably, and we're hoping this is the primary issue. Stress, says the Phantom Stranger, is the #1 factor. It kept my wife and I from having our first for years. We were dirt poor and struggling. Once we finally found a place to relax, it happened. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Part 1. Part 2. Of course, it happened just as I was losing my, oh no, my 18-an-hour job and had to move. Oh, that's, I hate to hear that, but I'm praying for you on that front. The Bible says children are like arrows, and I want your quiver to be full. Well, that's a wonderful thing to say, and we greatly appreciate prayers towards having kids. Kids are amazing, and Elizabeth will be a beautiful and wonderful mother, and I cannot wait to remove the stresses from her life so that she can focus on things that are positive and loving and good. All right. So Brian Blevins is everybody's new favorite commenter. 15K square foot facility. That would be wonderful. Let's talk. I'm very excited. And awesome. If there's this has been, I mentioned this on Facebook. I'm going to write a book about the true story of everything that happened. And honestly, the title should be Leap of Faith, because every time we took a step out into the void, it's like that scene in Indiana Jones where like the walkway is invisible, but to the naked eye, and then appears when you change the angle. It's like everything we've done, and then it seems that it all providentially at the moment of crisis, and this has happened more times than I can count, at the moment of need or at the moment of crisis, something changes and something flips for us, and what's dark becomes light. What was needed becomes, or what was required becomes presented. It is truly, it's been truly an amazing experience, and it's the universe is an interesting. The universe is an amazing and interesting place. The way it all works and the way it's all set up, it is pure. I don't know. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's it is almost magical. Don says that's how it happens. All right. Well, I think I've gone through all of your comments mostly. I've got Naomi, which we appreciate, disgusted, or pushback for all you're doing. Really love. You're both lovely people, and hope to see you succeed. We hope to see you succeed as well. Most people are awesome. Most people are just awesome. So we try to keep that in mind. Oh, I've got a few more comments here. So I'm going to give everybody, I'm enjoying my morning chat here. Maybe I'll do this more often before I draw. Hamburgers here too. Let's read it, buddy. Hey, Mitch, I just wanted to say I've been loving all of the books AA has put out so far. The quality of these titles is top notch. I hope you and Ms. Brightweiser are doing well and rooting for your guys. Thank you, Zach, very much for picking up all the titles. We're very happy that the quality has shined through for you. And we greatly appreciate your support, as do all the creators and people involved with our initiative. All right, here's a nice comment from Nick Pitara. Many blessings and prayers on making them babies. Us crazy Catholics pray to Saint Anne. We'll say a few prayers for you guys. Keep grinding and making your own way, Brightwisers. When in doubt, give it over to God. That's for sure. And Nick, we greatly appreciate the prayers for sure. All right. Seeger Ryman, I'm sorry if I butchered your pronunciation. So it's just passing by on the way to the store, just saying good luck for everything to come together. Thank you. Coming from the EVS fandom, he's worried, but still hoping for the best for you, I think. Well, I hope so. There's no reason to worry. There's no reason to worry at all. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. And the comic book company is going to be fine, and there's a brilliant future for comic books outside of the old paradigm. Hello, Alita. Thank you. Oh, we have a legend just popped into the chat. Dave Dorman. Dave Dorman. If you don't know Dave, everybody knows. Dave needs no introduction, but for those that don't, he. Legendary painter, his art graced the cover of many of the Star Wars books of my youth that I read, particularly through junior high and high school. Dave says, congrats on the books and the publishing. Stay strong. Your faith, talent, persistence will carry you to success. I'd love to help if I could. Bless you both. Dave, we will, I definitely want to work with you. We all want to work with you on something. We're just going to find the right project and maybe see about a cover or maybe a series of covers. It's definitely something we've talked about with our small team here. So I hope we can make that happen, and we're greatly looking forward to it because we're all big fans. We're all big fans of Dave Dorman. Luke says, keep it up. Love seeing all the books when I go to the store. Looking forward to more. Thank you. I'm glad that they brighten your trip to Walmart every time you go. That's kind of the point, right? It gives you something else. You're just not going there to get fertilizer and eggs and toilet paper. All right, there's something to look forward to, and something to ignite your imagination and trigger those nostalgic feelings that we all have. So thank you for that. Nick, thank you. It said Red Rooster is fantastic. FYI, reads so well, looks great. Thank you so much. It was certainly a labor of love, and we poured everything we had into it. It definitely took a while for it to come together, but all of that was in efforts of creating greatness. Like, we wanted to create a great experience. None of this was phoned in. None of it was phoned in, from the company to the book to the scripts to the stories and the artwork. But the double edge of not phoning anything in at all means that it took time. So anyway, we really appreciate that the effort is shining through. So thank you for that comment. This is accurate. All right, we got a comment from Cthulhu Kif, which I never know how to pronounce Cthulhu. I guess that's it, Cthulhu Kif. I'm sorry you're getting dogpiled by people, but I also hope you understand that people are extremely sensitive to being, or the impression of being, betrayed again by someone we put our trust into. I just want to make great comic books. I just want to make great comic books. I cannot control people's impressions. The rumors about us are just out of control, and they're not fun. So we just want to make great books for fans that like great books. I greatly empathize with backers that are frustrated about the lateness of their 70-page graphic novel. But we're almost done, and I'm here this morning to get to work on it. My chat has run a little long. Anyway, I greatly empathize with the backer frustration, but we're not betraying. There's no one to betray. We're making good books for awesome fans. Beyond the frustration of a late book, which I can understand. Elizabeth and I are absolutely perplexed at the level of drama and things that get thrown our way. We just want to make great comic books for awesome fans, and for as big an audience as possible. We want to expand comic books, and we do that by doing exactly what we're doing, by great craftsmanship and great comic books in great locations. And we believe if we do that, then really will inspire not just old but new fans to come along and come into the hobby. That is literally all we want to do. It's all we're trying to do. There's no betrayals. We're just trying to make good books for awesome fans, and that is all. Again, we empathize with the frustration, but beyond that, that's we can't control it. Sketch says, I just want to get what I paid for, and I don't give a damn about an article. Yeah, I agree. So I agree. I want to give you what you paid for, and then some. So that said, when this book was pitched as a 60-page graphic novel or graphic digest, whatever you want to call it, we are already at 70 pages, the story. So we're giving you 10 extra pages, and there's going to be some nice surprises as well for backers to thank them for their patience. So you're going to get what you paid for and then some. That was a negative comment. I didn't realize. You lost me long before any article. I backed you all the way to the end, and you didn't deliver. We're delivering very soon. This is not the end. This is actually the beginning, or the end of the beginning, I suppose. But the book is nearly done, and we'll be fulfilling soon. And we're greatly looking forward to delivering a beautiful book to you. And I'm sorry it took a while, and I empathize with your frustrations. Giga says, agreed. Red Rooster is awesome so far. I love the issues you've got. Thank you very much. We're very proud of it, and it's certainly hard fought, every inch of it. All right, here we go. I'll just pull my pants down in front of everybody here. Launching Allegiance Arts before fulfilling Red Rooster was an awful decision. Would you do differently now? No, I would not. Well, the only thing I would have changed is I would have not launched a campaign with, because I would not have launched a campaign without more of the artwork finished in advance, in which I will never do again. So that is the one thing I would do differently. But when I launched the Red Rooster campaign, there was no Walmart deal, and that it was the success of the campaign that opened a lot of doors for us, and we quickly became overwhelmed with all of it, including running. I've been over it over and over again, but. Anyway, I appreciate the critique, as always, and yeah, I would do that one thing differently. I would like to, in the future, all campaigns will have most, if not all, the artwork done in advance. When we launched that campaign, it was a strong pitch. We had lots of wonderful sketches and a beautiful vision for a story. We had a rough draft of a script, but we changed quite a bit of that along the way and it made it a lot better. Yeah, definitely, that's the one thing I would do differently. So anyway, I appreciate your critique. Thank you. Michael Connor says, good luck. Red Rooster looks fantastic. Thank you, Michael. We appreciate that. Zach says, Red Rooster makes me wish there were more 20s, 30s, 40s era stories out there, which is awesome. Yeah, we sort of, I'm kind of inspired by the mystery and mystique of the era myself, which is kind of what this all led to. Thank you, Jill from Montana. Want to support y'all. Tell Elizabeth I love her, and she's amazing. She is amazing. Probably really no way you can help from Montana, but we appreciate the support. Maybe you can give Elizabeth a call. Give Elizabeth a call. She's had a rough couple of days. All right, we're going to highlight sketch here. It's too late, it's too late, way too late. You talk a lot about dates and delivery, but 3 years and $200,000, I heard lies about delivery dates. Like these, what's the difference? Those 3 years were a lie, but now you true. Well, I miss my delivery dates. My comic book is late. I've apologized. I got overwhelmed, and I have a lot of duties. I stopped stating dates actually quite a long time ago because it became very clear that my life, the complexities of my life and duties got out of control. So I stopped giving dates. The book was originally slated to come out in March of 2019, and we are obviously well past a year late. So let's see, March, April, May, June, July, August. So we're getting close to the book's going to be about a year and a half late, and that is not fun for us. We wish it wasn't that way, but we're very proud of the book, and we greatly appreciate your prior support, Sketch Therapy, and thank you for participating in the chat. And as always, we appreciate your critique. So thank you for sharing. There is a difference between lies and lies. Okay. I didn't scream at you. I don't trust you. That is all. Well, again, we appreciate your prior support and your critique, and we're just doing the best we can to deliver fantastic artwork. And all of our books are behind schedule. Every creator for every Allegiance project took longer than expected. Well, every artist, not every creator. Some of the writers were a little quicker and turned their work in on time. But every artist on every one of our books is far behind our very initial and early schedule. This is what happens in these types of endeavors, especially when you're doing it for the first time. So I'm not. It's just the nature of creating. It's not easy. Art is a difficult job. Comics are a tough road to hoe, and projects get behind. Their drawing is a very taxing and difficult, mentally taxing process, and it's easy for artists to get behind, and it's not unusual. Again, we appreciate your critique. So I'm very sorry if you feel we have misled you, and I definitely apologize for missing my dates. Michael says, Ethan was late too. It takes balls to come on here and face your critics. Hats off to you, Mitch. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, most books are late, and it's the rule and not it's generally the rule and not the exception. Most comic books are late. Even the ones that come out on time, just knowing from the inside, the ones that appear to come out on time internally from editorial, there's always a date. Now, some artists hit every single time, and my hat's off to all those individuals. I'm just not. I've not been that person. I try. Some days it just doesn't click, and it just. But it's in comic books is generally the rule and not the exception. But yeah, we've backed over 60, I believe, crowdfunding projects, and we backed over 50 or 60 projects since before we launched Red Rooster in 2018, and many of them have not arrived. Obviously, I would like to get all of them, but for us, it's about giving people that chance to make something amazing and to leave a legacy, or to create a work of passion, or to give a leg up to a career, or give somebody a start. There's a myriad of reasons to back a book. And we've checked every one of those boxes for other people, and we just want to give everyone the grace and time they need to create the best works that they can for themselves. So. Gigadeath says, my book will be late, and I ain't even done the crowdfunding yet. Yeah, these things they're not simple. They're not simple. I mean, it's you're the cameraman, the stagehand, the director, sometimes the writer, sometimes the producer, sometimes the customer service rep. Sometimes you just wear a lot of different hats when you take on these kinds of things. It's a full production. You are essentially creating a movie or a television show. And the more of those responsibilities you take on yourself, it is like running an entire production. So it's a beautiful thing, but also a very hard thing. Okay, so Sketch says, so you were here to scream Ethan was late through other people, Mitch through Mr. Connor. I really don't know what you're talking about. I'm not screaming. Projects are late. Projects are just late. I really don't know what to say about that. I'm not trying to pick a bone with anybody. Just trying to make a great comic book. How the heck did Jack Kirby crank out 5 to 10 pages per day? And he was not. I bet dollars to donuts that he wasn't on amphetamines either. So the man was a true legend in more ways than one. So I am perplexed. He was incredible. All right, we've got a big audience this morning. Appreciate you all tuning in. I will be getting to drawing soon, but the comments just keep pouring in, and I figure I should address them. Here we go. Reed Troutman has a funny comment. Mitch, you are doing it all wrong. The whole point of becoming a boss is so you don't have to take responsibility. Blame Kelsey. I don't think it works that way. But in the future, I've made this statement more recently as well. But I'm not going to be an artist as this proceeds. Elizabeth and myself have found that we have some unique skills have blossomed out of this whole experience. We found that we're really pretty good at being executives. We've brought in investment capital. We've excelled in the boardroom. We've sold shares of this company to capitalize it. We've sold our deal into Walmart. We've sold a deal in a distributor. We've brokered deals with. Elizabeth has saved the company tens of thousands of dollars by brokering. She's shrewd. She's a shrewd one. Broke our display manufacturer. She saved us a lot of money doing that. So we've just developed a whole range of skills, and we're going to apply those skills into growing the company and making sure that we can continue to create amazing content, and that we can bring in truly brilliant and meritorious creators from everywhere. So that we can build a really big tent, not just for creators, but also for fans. And that's a big responsibility, and one that we're very much looking forward to embracing fully once we're beyond this kind of hurdle with our artwork. But unfortunately, I won't be drawing books in the future. That's just the reality. And I definitely enjoy the business side of all of this a great deal. It's been a lot of fun, and it's been very rewarding. And I'm very proud of Elizabeth for everything she's done. She's really done an incredible job. Skits wishes everyone a great morning. Hope everybody's having a good morning. You guys are cracking me up this morning. A guy who forgoes getting his beautiful wife pregnant to finish is not for lack of trying. Is not for lack of trying. To finish his book project shows his desperate determination. I'll wait for Red Rooster. That's funny. I think it's honestly, I think it's the stress. As a previous commenter mentioned, it's he and his wife had a similar issue. Once they got the stress out of the way, and I've heard this from a lot of people, then the God's natural process takes on a life of its own, pun intended, I guess. Yeah, we're going to get beyond this hurdle, and I believe that I want to get Elizabeth into a very peaceful and non-stressful place, and we believe that we have faith that the natural order of things will transpire. All right, and we got a critique. Crazy Manor 2003 says the problem isn't that the book is late. The problem is that the comic was in Walmart before backers' hands, and backers were not made a priority. CG is about great customer service. Well, we are definitely trying to excel on every level in terms of quality, and I am admittedly not the best at customer service. So if you value customer service over extremely great quality content, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. So we've definitely valued. I'm just not great at customer service. I'm trying. I definitely try to keep a positive attitude and keep people informed as best as possible. But we're wearing a lot of hats, and we'll have to work better at customer service. We appreciate your critique on that, and we're definitely working to deliver a beautiful book with nice surprises and all kinds of bonus content for backers that makes it very special. And we hope that your book will be extremely, you'll value it, but it will also be extremely cherished and valued by you. So Fandom says, that is good advice, though. When I get around to making my comic, get the artwork about 80-90% finished before taking it to campaign. Also, I need to learn how to draw. That helps. Yeah, you want to get, I think 80 is a good number. Half is probably bare minimum. Look, I would also not have done such a long book. If I did this do all over again, I probably would have, of course, the story needed to be 70 pages by the time I worked it all out. But originally it was just going to be 48. That was the original discussion. We're going to do a 48-page book, and it just spiraled out from that. But looking back, I think I would have scaled my ambitions back a lot further and just done more pages in advance. We learned those lessons because we ran Allegiance Arts ran a campaign called the Allegiance Bundle campaign with the other 3 books, and in that campaign, we did have the artwork. We learned from our lessons, and the artists had more work done on the books, and the campaign fulfilled, I think, 1 week late. It went to the printer on time, and I think we were fulfilling within a couple of weeks. So that was we've already learned from our mistakes. So. Sketch Therapy says, I don't care about your problems, Mitch. Stop whining. The planet is on lockdown, and I don't need your self-pity party. I'm just I really don't know what to say to that. I'm not really throwing a pity party. I'm just trying to inform everybody. And again, we appreciate your critique. I'll definitely keep it in mind. I'm not looking for pity. I just want to make a great comic book. Again, our goal is to make a great content for as many people as possible. But again, I always appreciate your critiques, and then I know you're very passionate about what we're doing and about comic books, and that's always appreciated. Micro Toast, thank you for dropping in. It's been a while. Still super excited. Life happens. Thank you. All right, Richard is being industrious. Wish me luck. I sent a proposal for the publishers of The King with 6 Friends for a sequel. I'm not sure what The King with 6 Friends is, but I wish you best of luck on your proposal. This is a great question from Skits. Will there be more Red Rooster? Yes, I intend this to be an ongoing series. So I've got a whole storyline in mind, and I know where it ends. I know exactly how it ends. I know where the Frank Cooper character is going, and I know at least I have a pretty good idea of the stories that will follow the end of episode 3. Some of those are pretty tight, and then I'll be taking over more and more of the writing duties on this project. Yeah, but don't tell her it's stress. Tell her you just keep after trying a lot. Fandom says kids are great for business. Tax breaks are wonderful. Yeah, we could use a break. Rick, you guys are full of procreation advice. Feed your wife moose meat. That's what I did, and bam, baby. All right. Well, actually, I know someone who has some moose meat from Alaska, and maybe I will. And they just had a baby. Coincidence? Interesting. I think you might be onto something here. So I actually might take you up on that. All right, I'm just reading comments here. No, we're going to make tons of books. So I won't be able to draw. It's just I don't have the capacity. I can't be the CEO of a company and be the artist for a book. I'll probably do covers. I might do some fill-ins. I might do some layouts. I'll definitely be participating in the writing process, and I'll be more of like a producer, I suppose, more than anything else. But I also have my fingers in a lot of books, and the plan is to create more content as well, so more titles. And my focus needs to be on making sure that what we have is extremely successful, and that it finds a broader audience and even an audience beyond the printed page. So that's where my focus is going to be. We have incredible books, and we're working with incredible creators. And my job is just to make sure they all succeed. So I just won't be able to draw full time. I can't draw full time now, obviously. Thank you, Kevin. It's a bumpy road, but you guys are doing great comics. It'll smooth out eventually. Andy says, keep it up. I admire what you and Elizabeth and the creators have accomplished. Thank you. Pixel says, something I think some people forgot was the demand to create a company, distro, and a means to get the books into retail again. In 2018, I was backing more than just books. It was also the ideas and plans for the future. I understand the disappointment, as do I. Uh, and the first appearance wound up being a Walmart issue. This is actually not accurate. Rather than the book we backed, but I wish you the best of luck with the future of Allegiance. So the first appearance of Red Rooster is actually in Black Hops issue 2 by Mark Pellegrini and Tim Lim, published by Antarctic Press. So I have a few copies here, but that was actually the first appearance of Red Rooster. It's sort of like the first appearance of Wolverine. It's like a little Easter egg in the back of a comic. So the first appearance of Red Rooster was well before, happened during the campaign or before it. Might have been before the campaign. I'll have to look at the date of the book. I can't remember. But so the first appearance of Red Rooster can be found in Black Hops, issue 2 by Mark Pellegrini and Tim Lim. Published by Antarctic Press, for those of you who would like to know. I got a cat hair on my nose, making my nose itch. Your mods put sketch therapy on timeout. What rule did I break? I am in sketch. Your mods seem to think you lied when you said you wanted my feedback. I'm not sure what that means. You guys are hilarious. You kind of look like John, the artist from the Garfield cartoon. I do have a couple crazy cats. All right, I'm just going through the comments. Has he taken a drink yet? I have not. Yum. Coffee. Zach says, I've been seeing other creators say they're waiting till most of the art is done before kicking off a campaign. Definitely, that's my advice to them as well. Sometimes it's very difficult, which means when you do that, so if you're going to do a big project with a lot of pages, then it becomes kind of not efficient. So if you're going to get all the stuff done, sorry, I'm getting a call. So, excuse me. Yeah, definitely, I would follow that advice. It does mean that projects will probably have to shrink in size, for a lot of people, definitely for me. But that's definitely my advice, and that's I'm glad others are learning from the mistakes of some of us that kind of did this right out of the gate. That's the best way to learn, is from others' mistakes. I'm just not good at customer service is no excuse. It just says the next time you will use the same excuse and say, oh, I'm just not good at customer service. Personally, I am not the best. I just know where my weaknesses are. And as a company, as we did with so I didn't run customer service for the Allegiance Bundle campaign. So I know my weaknesses, and as a executive and leader of the company, my job is to know where those are and build in those kinds of redundancies. And so the Allegiance Bundle campaign had excellent service, and we brought in someone else to do that. And they did a good job. So, and that campaign was well executed and fulfilled. So anyway, I appreciate the critique, and yeah, I just know my weaknesses, and I will compensate by finding help, which is, I think, the wise thing to do. Hi, Adrian. Thanks for dropping in. Black Hops. Yes, Black Hops. Issue 2, first appearance of Red Rooster. Dora McComb blog says timeline for Red Rooster Kickstarter. I think he means Indiegogo. I am working on the last leg of it. Unless we have some major catastrophe or massive distractions, which is something that seems to always pop up, we're going to have this book done by the end of the month or very close to it. So, and as soon as it's done, we already have some fulfillment items on hand. Others are being finished and will be ordered soon. And we will hopefully begin fulfillment almost immediately upon finishing the art. We've got someone doing book layout for us. I hired a designer to create the sketchbook portion of it, and it is mostly done. I've got to go and do some editorializing on it. So all this stuff has been in the works for quite some time, and we're trying to get all of the strings to come together at the final moment so that this soon as I'm done with the art, we can go right into fulfilling the campaign. So that's the timeline for Red Rooster Kickstarter. Be done by the end of the month and or shortly thereafter, and then immediately go into fulfillment. And that's a great question. Thank you so much, Dory McComb blog. No, I'll never stop drawing. The itch will hit me. No, I'll definitely keep drawing, but I'll probably just won't be drawing full comic books. Patrick Wright, I think, so how many issues are out now? We have, Allegiance Arts has 8 comic books out. So we have 4 titles, and our second episodes were published in published in July. And our third episodes are on a little bit of a delay due to a number of factors getting ahead, ironing out our merchandising issues, and COVID just generally slowing the whole system down. So we've taken just a bit of a pause, and those should be out in November, and we'll announce a specific date as soon as we have it. Great question. Apex says, I wouldn't mind drawing a Red Rooster 8-page story of Strong Boy. So somebody has a favorite character. I love Strong Boy. If you love Strong Boy, episode 3 is your issue. So I think you're gonna enjoy it. He really, it's kind of his. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you're a Strong Boy fan, which I am, then episode 3 is going to be a hot ticket for you, and I look forward to delivering it. Aaron has my cat's here. Aaron says, I can only speak for myself, but there may be others like me. Yeah, I would have liked the Indiegogo Red Rooster before Walmart, but I get your strategic plan, and I hope the best for you, your wife, and Allegiance Arts. Thank you, Aaron. I very, very, very much wish I could have worked it out a little bit differently, for sure. It would have made my life a lot less complicated. But that's the nature of taking on so much and sort of misunderestimating, because that's not a right word. Underestimating the, that's a Bushism. Underestimating how complicated it would all be. But that's my fault. That's definitely my fault. All right, I'm just trying to ignore some of the other stuff in here. And your wife is Elizabeth. Liz was Garfield's vet that John fell in love with. No, that's pretty funny. Michael says, with the collapse of the big two, well, I don't know if it's a collapse. They're always going to be around in some way. Companies like Allegiance and Alterna may be the only things to save the LCS. Since we're in Walmart, I love LCSs. I think they're an amazing experience. They're a curated way to do it, and they offer. It's just an awesome experience. Unfortunately, our distributor doesn't ship to local comic book stores, at least not currently. I know they've had a tough year. And so my heart goes out to all of the owners who take big risks. And as a business owner myself, I understand. I sending strength and empathy to all of them, and I hope that they can. Hope they can all pull through what's been a really tough year for comic books, because they're important. LCSs are important. I discovered comic books in a Kroger and in a drugstore, but it was the LCS that gave me my main supply when I was a collector and a fan. So we need them. Kevin says, I'd like to add the sketchbook to my Red Rooster order. Can that still be done? Unfortunately, it cannot. We can't change the orders at this time. It would just make things really complicated. So our plan is, once we're done fulfilling the campaign, our plan, I got cat hair flying everywhere. The plan is to, for everyone that refunded, we're probably going to print their books, and then we'll run an overstock campaign. So there'll be a second opportunity to pick up things like there'll be a second opportunity to pick up the overstock, overprinting. And I don't plan to overprint very much, because I want this to be a truly special, limited book. But I'll probably print a book for every backer that refunded. And then we'll run an overstock campaign, and that'll give you a second shot at things you might have missed, like the sketchbook, the signed comic book, even a head sketch comic book, probably, and then also the Founders Edition comic books, if had a number of people that want a second go at those. So we'll probably run a very short, maybe 2 week, maybe 1 month campaign right after we're done, and then because I've had every week we have people writing us and saying the same thing. So I missed out, and I'd like to get that. I want it in my collection or whatever. So we're going to find a way to get that opportunity to you. So thank you for that. Eric says, did I miss the part about throwing CG under the bus? I believe he's talking about the art. We're very confused about this. We're not throwing anyone under the bus. We're making great comic books for all fans from a myriad of backgrounds. We have incredible support from the reputations and fan base we built up over a number of years, and we don't throw fans under the bus. Our fans come from all walks of life, and we greatly appreciate all their support. We're getting for some reason we're getting tons of these comments, like tons. We woke up. We were up till 3 a.m. dealing with it, and we woke up to a slew of them. And I believe it's coming from an interview we did with the Arkansas Times, where a reporter who I editorialized, a reporter editorialized, and it was much to our displeasure, and we let him know. But we can't stop what a reporter writes. They have a platform, and they're going to write whatever they're going to write. I told the reporter it would send negativity and harassment our way, and he didn't seem to care. I kind of thought the harassment would come from people from the far left, because the author made it a political article. But instead, it seems to be coming, not that I'm calling it harassment, but we're just commentary and critique, and some mean comments are coming from unexpected places, which is unfortunate. But we'll wade through it, and we'll get through it together. So I think that's what this gentleman is referring to. So no, we don't throw anyone under the bus. We have fans that come from all walks of life, and we appreciate all of them. And I apologize that the writer of that article editorialized and made you feel that way. That's we weren't happy about it either. Thank you, Adrian. That's a really wonderful thing to say. We wish the best for you as well. Richard says, I used to live in Australia and Singapore. Any plans for an international push for Red Rooster? One step at a time. So we're just trying to, we're still finding our feet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, I've been going for like, oh my gosh, I've been talking for an hour and a half. Alien Xenomorph, thank you for $2. Micah Curtis calls you the leader of Grifter Comics. I don't know who that is. I think I've heard the name. Is he an artist? I recognize the name, but that's a. I don't know what to say. That's, I guess, his opinion, and that's the way of the internet. People can say anything they want, just about, and they often do. And on our end, we just look very much forward to delivering a very beautiful, hard-fought, and very heartfelt project to everyone. And we look forward to also adding some nice surprises, and so that everyone has an amazing experience when they get their book in the mail. But I don't know. I find that's unfortunate, but you know, I take it as they come. Thank you for the $2. I'm just kind of going to highlight a few more comments here. I got to get to drawing. Yeah, Mike says Walmart doesn't ship overseas. How can international people get a hold of any books? Good question. Right now, we make digital versions of all the books available on our website, allegiancearts.com. That is the only way to do it at this point. But again, like I said, one step at a time. We'll figure it out and we'll get there. We just need to find our feet. But thank you very much, Mike, for the interest, question, and support. This is good advice. Crazy Manor in 2003 says, make sure you have replacement copies for damaged, lost books in the mail. Yeah, good advice. And we will definitely budget that into our thing. So that's thank you for that advice. We have a huge crowd here this morning. Huge for me. I would not be surprised if the writer did such a hit job. You know, you just never know. And I don't know that it's necessarily a hit job. We just had we had a couple points of disagreement, and I let my opinion be known, and he did what he was going to do anyway. But that's just the nature of the beast. So journalists will journalize, and that's just a wave that we have to surf in order to get the word out about our books. No, I didn't. No problem, Eric. I didn't take it as harassing and at all. But I appreciate your question. Somebody says, time to draw, Mitch. Yeah, definitely. I did have a $20 super chat, and I'm going to look for that and highlight it, and then I'll get to work. I think I've addressed most everybody's question. Now we're just chit-chatting. Where is it? All right. The Fandom Strangers is getting ready to leave for work. Love you, man. Here is lunch on me. Go kiss your wife in the stream and have a great day drawing. You know what? I think that's the best place to end this stream. thank you, fandom, for all your comments and participating in this chat. And thank you very much for the lunch. And, you know, I'm going to do exactly what you said. I'm going to go kiss my wife in the stream and get to work on this page. So I might come back and do just live stream the art and put the chat away. So I think that's an awesome place to end it. And this person says, yeah, I'd rather watch you draw. All right. I can't say your name, Mr. Hare. And there's one more super chat. All right. So I will come back and draw. Thank you, Zach, for $10. Here's a little something for Allegiance Arts Coffee Fund. Got to stay caffeinated while you art. And so with that, I will go to cheers to all of you. I want drama in the books. That's our internal saying. We want drama in the books. I do not want drama at all. That's the last thing I want. So cheers to all of you. I'll be back soon, and I'm going to come back live and draw for you. I'm just going to take a quick break, and when I come back, I'm going to ignore the chat. So just be forewarned. All right, y'all have an awesome week. Okay, cheers.